Okay, so does iron really work as something to help repel spirits? Does it? Well, let's think about what we're talking about, okay? Because some people, they're involved in groups of people or in a community that may talk quite freely about spirit beings. There may be strong beliefs in the existence of these spirit beings. People may tell stories over maybe a pint of beer about spiritual experiences, or indeed, and to put it more accurately, experiences with what they think is a spirit. They may tell stories or folk myths associated with spiritual beings. None of this is objective proof as to what these things are and how they operate, or what natural forces are associated with them at all under any circumstances. Anecdotal evidence is interesting, but anecdotal evidence is not fact. Where does the idea that iron is somehow contrary to the power of magic or spirits? It's difficult to say, but some people have jumped to the conclusion that this is some kind of connection to the technological advance which happened as we moved from the Bronze Age to the Iron Age, and the power of the Iron Age peoples destroying the power of the Bronze Age peoples. And the Bronze Age people somehow having much more connection to the earth, connection to things which are natural magic, such as herbalism or agriculture, and so on and so forth. If the idea comes from that time, then that is a political statement expressed as a religious idea rather than a hard and fast fact. And it's probably the most honest interpretation as to where this view might have come from. But on the other hand, it's just a belief, and there are too many in the world. And because of my history on YouTube, people come to me as if to assume that I have some kind of strong, objective, factual evidence about the existence of spirits and what affects them. The only people who say, in practice, okay, the only people who say that they properly understand and they genuinely know and understand these things are brain dead, mental cases, or they are delusional in the extreme, or they just can't think, or they have too many beliefs and don't have enough ability to be able to string a couple of intelligent thoughts together, or they're deliberately trying to deceive you and to place themselves in a position of authority over you using superstitious fear and dread as their methodology of psychological control. Remember that. You know, as I said before, I got involved with all of this spooky, weird stuff during a time when the idea of occultism being an actual science was being used rather a lot. I've met people who believed that they were actually doing a science, who said they were actually being scientific about all of the things they are experiencing. But I have yet to meet or converse with one person who can be totally scientific about these things. I try and come as close to this as I can, but I'm also aware that I may fall short. Therefore, I have to promote a skeptical interpretation so that I'm not deluding people. There are others out there who are willing to admit that there are things that they don't know, and they are also willing to promote a skeptical interpretation so that they are not deluding people either. Those are the good people. Alright? The bad people do not apply a skeptical interpretation, because they are trying to control you and influence you negatively, or they just got a mental problem. Alright? They don't have the scientific reasoning or thinking. They don't have all the facts. How can we have all the facts about these things? How can we? Come on, use your brain. If there's something that you don't know about or you're not sure about, in what way is it a good thing to lie and sell yourself to the world as some kind of expert? In what way is that somehow intellectually and morally acceptable? It is not. It cannot be, and it must not be. We have questions to ask. We have strange experiences we've had. We've read about different people's interpretations of strange experiences. We have done things which have brought about strange experiences that we've had. But that's as far as we can go. If we're honest, and if we're dishonest, we turn around and say, well, I've been doing a lot of, high-level observation on this and experimentation on this, and I am the greatest scientist who understands this subject. People who do that, they piss me off. Because I am living in hope that one day the things that I've experienced will be properly researched. Alright? And will be accepted to be parts of nature. But if you people out there carry on doing this religious argumentation bollocks and stupid thinking, that's never going to happen. Ever. You're destroying your own movements through saying bloody stupid things and asking bloody stupid questions. And I get, it staggers me every single time when I come across this. Every single time. We've all done middle school science, okay? When we were 10, 11 and 12. Okay? No, well, shit, we were close to secondary school, but even, younger than that. 6, 7, 8, 9. Right? You have somewhere in your education a basic understanding as to how to get closer to the truth. What you need to do is to learn to apply that to anything and everything that you think. If you can't do that, please do the world a favor. Do the world a massive favor. And shut the fuck up.